Friday, 20/06/35 seconds, year 2023, 7th month, July 14th day. And there's a pool. One pool. And 4 came in the mail. So here it is. The pool there. See? Russell Edward Trust, non-domestic, lien number RE043731-210 US. But it's leaning a bit, so it's not on a perfect circle. That's just the test run there. And it's an hour and a half to fill this up. And that's 1,000 gallons of water right there. And it weighs 8,445 pounds. Basically 8,500 pounds right there, which is 6 stacks of plywood. Forklift carries 3 stacks over at Natron Wood Products. This is 6 stacks, 8,500 pounds of wood. At 500 shy, because 4,500, 40 sheets, 3/4 inch plywood, 1,500 pounds. 3 is 4,500 pounds. Times 2, 6 stacks, going to be 9,000 pounds. So that's actually 5,000 pounds shy. And here's the non-collapsible 2-inch hose. It fits on the pump. Here's a strainer if I want to use it. And there's a metal one in the house, so, you know. And, of course, here's the fire hose and all that shit. There's the box for the ever-built 15-footer. That's the least amount I could get. The shorter the suction hose, the more power is going to come out the other end of the hose. So here inside the house, there's the other boxes. So 4 of those arrived in the mail this morning, and the non-collapsible hose arrived in the evening. So I got another package that was delivered in the mail, which is the emergency radio. It's Boob! It'll be in the mailbox. Hey, Boob! There she is. She come in the front doors. Front porch. She said, yeah, hungry a bite? She wants some din-dins. I could use scrubber bites. She said, yeah, bites. She need bites. Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm hungry to strike. There's the ear. Kind of sore. I'll touch the ear. I just hear some dreyfuses. There you go. Big bites. There we go. I'm gonna go down to the mailbox and get that emergency radio. It's in the mailbox. And then the water, I got water. 2 more gallons of water here. Now that the laundry's completed and the dryer's repaired. That was in the early videos today. So now I'm gonna head down to the. Oh yeah, and we got some. And then there's some blackberries here. I'm learning to eat as much fruit as I can, or as much fruit as I can put into the body. Now that I know how valuable fruit is, naturally distilled water and naturally organic minerals inside the fruit water. Yes. So I shall walk down to the girl box. Instead of the mailbox, call it the girl box. Yeah, these ones over here aren't even close to being ripe yet. The Winnebago's back. The adventurer. Big old mobile home. Says Carla on it. It's a big ass fucker right there. Then if I was to pause after the word ass, it's a big ass. Fucker right there. Oh, listen. And then there's pear's hair on this tree. Like, oh yeah. When those get ripe, I'm gonna be chomping on those. Even this blackberry bush doesn't have any ripe blackberries on it yet. The only ones that are ripe around here are the ones that are on the side of the yard where I'm at, in the backyard. And then there are some ripe ones over on the street in the intersection, at the intersection where the bike path was at. So got the key for the mailbox for the package, so just put that in there. There's the package. Be sure that the destination, Russell Everett SQ Trust, non-domestic lien number RE 043-731-210 US 150 S Street, Springfield, Oregon 97477. Yep. That would be, and just leave that there. Something else in here. What the fuck this is? Summer Savings, EFI Health. It's just a regular sent from someone. First heard of something called EFI Health. Then put the keys back on the. God, they're fucking too tight. Back on the key ring lock. And then back to the house. So, never heard of EFI Health. From Connecticut. This is out of state. So they're wanting delivery service online customers. Summer savings, 15% off all these different vitamins. So see right here it says from Connecticut. Fairfield, Connecticut. Always free shipping on orders $69 or more. So anyway, this right here is the emergency radio. It's smaller than what it looks like in the picture on eBay. Anyway, there's the big adventurer. Big old mobile home. Says Carla on the side. So it must be the neighbors. They must drive it, because that's the name of the woman that lives here is Carla. There's the boo-boob. Hey, boob. There's boob over there. Look out, fucker. Don't touch me. She's hiding from me because she might need some ear. She thinks I might get her for ear care. I'll wait till tonight, boob. There she is. Hi. On camera. I gave her some good food grade hydrogen peroxide 34% with just the, you know, less water in it, so that it was strong as fuck to really get a lot of that shit. I'm thinking that I could just burn that fucking cancer shit off the ear, because that's what food grade, high food grade peroxide. I mean, that shit just fucking burns shit off the skin. It'll burn the fucking skin off the skin. But, you know, I have to keep experimenting in order to see what I can get going with that thing, because otherwise it'll just keep going the way it is, spread as far as it wants. It'll get the whole ear and then keep going on to the skull and everything. And there's some over here too. Oh yeah. These are yummy. Nice and sweet. Kind of hard to reach over here, but have to really lean in. Seems like I went to Uncle Dean at Stephanie's farm one year. Yeah, I was living there. And then summer break, I picked blackberries in the morning for some money over at a separate blackberry farm. I think I got something like $97. So I shall open up the package, and I just been having all kinds of fucking packages, fucking ordering all kinds of shit, you know, that I need, because I'm preparing for the fucking economic collapse if it happens. You know, I want to be prepared, so I'm getting everything that I'm going to need if it happens. And knowing that no one's going to hire me until I go to this attorney. There's an attorney in California for $250. He'll clear the background record. So he says. That'll probably be like 45 days for that. But anyway, so here's the radio. What the package looked like. Pictures of disasters coming and get ready and all that shit. This is the black and green one, they said. And sure enough, it is black and green. And this is the one that has the strongest, longest lasting battery. I had to research and figure out. It's got 10,000 milliamp battery. And so this right here, it'll charge a fucking cell phone all the way with 10,000 fucking milliamp hours. So, and it's got a compass on it. If I get lost in which direction I want to go.
This is NOAA Weather Radio Station KEC 42 broadcasting on 162.40.
This is the weather station.
Eugene, Oregon. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
The current time is 8:22 p.m. Daylight time. This transmitter is operating under a limited product suite due to hazardous weather potentially impacting the area.
Looks like the battery's somewhat full.
Programming will resume once the weather.
And it has a
The following
solar charger.
In Oregon, Cascade Foothills,
And this is a light, so I have to figure out what the light is, how to get the light on. There's the antenna. And it has a 3-beam light, 3-stage light. And it has all the plugs in the back. It's for plugging in the cell phone. So I would just use the lightning cord. But this has a seat for anything that's C. And then it's got AM station.
Law or any science. So we hear, who made the Supreme Court?
This is Alex Jones.
Blocking laws that are unconstitutional. Through the drive-through or dining in. Bureaucracy created by the executive branch is
Alex
above the
Jones.
other 3 branches of the government. In fact, it's below them, and it does not
And it
have
has the
legislative,
wind-up.
executive, or judicial power.
It does have a
And that's
shitty
the fundamental.
fucking
Just like
screw
it's
and wind-up
illegal to have
thing on
government
it, so I
spying
have
on
to
you
be
without a
real
warrant
careful
and
when I use it.
censoring you on top of it in
This is kind of a
collusion with private
sucky
corporations.
one.
That is the trifecta.
It's
of
not
oppression.
even straight. This is
Well,
all
here's John
fucking
Kerry. He's
wobbly
done
and
this many
fucking
times,
shit,
testifying to
but
Congress. He
you
said
know,
it
it's
on
the best
countless
that there
TV
is so
interviews.
far.
Just type in John Kerry denies using private jets. John Kerry, I don't own a jet. John Kerry, I've never owned a jet.
This is fucking wobbly as fuck,
Yeah, well,
man.
I've never owned a jet either. I've had people pay for them, come and pick me up for events.
But anyway, it is what it is.
Certainly not a giant
Total weakness
Star
right
Destroyer
there.
like he has, but I've
So
been
now I
on
have to
some
figure
little jets flying around here
these
and there.
lights, buttons in the back here.
But on some prop planes, folks, set
All right,
for us
so
too.
that's
But
the
the point
light.
is that
There's the double light. Click it
I've never owned a
again.
private jet. This
Bigger
guy's
light.
family owns a bunch of them.
No light.
And he is co-owner of it with his wife under law.
See, this other one's probably
So
a light
he
for
needs to be
the
charged with lying
There
to
it is.
Congress. But we know that the criminals that
just
control
on
this
and
country
off.
control the
That's a
Justice
reading
Department,
light. And then
nothing
this other
of the
button.
sort's going to happen. But in the court of public opinion, he needs to be convicted, which he is being right now. So here is
Nothing on it.
Biden
Alright, so
envoy.
I can see I can just press the buttons
John Kerry
now.
on his use of private jets. Never owned a private jet.
I just don't agree with your facts, which
just press
began
'em,
with the
and then
presentation of one of the most
green
outrageously
light.
persistent lies.
And then this one,
that I
whatever it's
hear,
for.
which
I have
is
to
the
figure out
private-
what the bottom. It's got
We don't
instructions
own a
with it.
private
So
jet. I don't own a private jet. I personally
now I go to FM.
in Iran, and with all the 6-week worldview, our currency and intellectual property theft and confronting our Navy
Got a
and the
carry handle.
international
The only
waters
weakness
and
on this
our-
is this.
our
This
fighter
is
jets and
fucking
international
flimsy.
airspace
I've had
is so
a wind-up
insulting
radio
to me,
before.
and the never-ending
I know what
threats against
flimsy
us
is,
in
and I know what
Taiwan,
straight is.
why we still allow
It's
them
the
to
same
produce,
flimsy fucking this on
some
the
of
end
the
of it.
most
The
important,
little tiny little
necessary
screw to hold
goods
shit
that
on.
we
Plus
need
this
in the
one,
marketplace,
it doesn't
like
even
our
fucking
medicines and our prescriptions is insanity to me.
It
doesn't
is,
even
and
come
we've
out
seen
to
in
go
the last
flat.
several years a shortage of
I mean,
necessary drugs.
it doesn't have to be
became
all
aware of the
flush so
problem
that it
years
goes
ago.
away as shit. I mean, it could be
toured some of
sticking out
the
and
drug
fucking,
facilities that were
you know, that's not a
manufactured in the
big
United
deal.
States that were left
But
at
for
that
some
time,
reason,
and
someone
saw
thought that it
quickly
had
all of our
to be
production
sleek and
being
flush
moved
and be able to be
overseas.
hidden away, I
And
guess,
then
so it
this
doesn't get
last
hit
year
and
and a
broken,
half,
all
we've
that shit.
seen,
This could
you know,
easily have a
shortages when
cover
it
to
comes
cover
to
it all
necessary
up
drugs
and
such
snap
as
shut,
basic
and then
antibiotics
unsnap
like
it or
amoxicillin
just
for
remove it,
albuterol,
and this would
which
be all
when
out
my
and
son
strong.
grew
It'd
up
be
the first
thick.
6 years of his
The
life
winder
taking
would come out
albuterol
that
almost
far,
every
and
single
then
day
the
just to keep
handle,
him alive. I
and
can't
this
imagine
could
as
be
a mother
nice and
not being
thick
able
and
to
connected
get a
instead of all
prescription filled
flimsy
for
and
that
fuck.
for a child that
Because
didn't
I
get
know
it
that
to
these
live.
winders
We also
be
have
winding shit all the
epinephrine
time. Of course, this is a
shortages,
longer
basic
lasting battery, so it's
medications
going to
we
be
used
less
have
winding.
plenty
Like I
of.
said,
Now, we
10,000
don't have- the
milliamps.
reason we don't
Gets good reception. And then, of course, it's got the weather channel.
Portland, clear. Temperature 89.
The NAB radio, or the NOAA, NOAA, whatever the fuck that is.
Scappoose, clear.
So,
Temperature 87.
yeah.
Wind north at
Now,
7.
I have to figure out how to get this thing apart to get to the
Temperature
battery.
87.
so that I can order a backup battery. So I want to be sure it's the same battery that I saw on eBay. They got 10,000 milliamp hour batteries that just have the wires on them and they're cut on the end. So I just have to cut this one out and then just wire them in, twist the wires together. Got a new battery. So, and they're around like $7 for 10,000 milliamp battery. So other than that, I just turn it off. That's it. So, and even with it off, it's got a red shining light in there for the battery with a little battery signal insignia right there. So, and this is heavy too, heavy as fuck. You know, of course, it's got a big battery in it. I saw what them batteries are like, long fucking batteries, like that long. That's what it looked like in the picture, and that high. Of course, they're about that thin. So, anyway, and like I said, it'll charge a cell phone. So even if I just use the cell phone just to put videos on it, you know, for all I know, during an emergency, the internet's going to go out anyway. But never know. Anyway, so now I need to see what all the buttons are for. Yep, it's the NOAA system, the NOAA weather channel. Press and hold the SOS button for 3 seconds. The device will activate a loud siren and flashing beam. So that's probably what this bottom one is. So I'll hold it. That's what it is. That's the SOS alarm. You know, that's kind of like, hey, I'm over here. Instead of having to yell out and wear the voice out, just press this and hold it and flash it at them. Hey, I'm over here. SOS, yeah, that's what that is. Other than that, I know everything going on with this radio. That's the reason why I got it, because it had all those on it. And I had looked at a lot of radios too, researched them and shit like that. There was one that had a more modern radio connection, weather radio connection, but it didn't have near the battery. I think it probably had near the battery, but it was like $100. This is only $32. 32 fucking bucks. And this has got the fucking 3-way fucking flat light, power light. And the other one didn't have the 3-way different power light. So, you know, no electricity and it's dark and I need to see where I'm going. There it is. Emergency flashlight right there. Bright as fuck too. Holy shit. It's made in China, it says on it, on the box right here. So, comes in the different colors. Of course, this one's checked off for the moss green, or the dark green. SOS siren, flashlight, reading lamp. Model XSY330. Emergency multifunction emergency radio. And it's just got pictures of disasters. Fire, snow, tidal wave, and tornado lightning. XSY330 multifunction emergency radio is a must-have for emergencies and braving the elements. This solar-powered crank radio has FM AM stations that keep you up to date and connected to any situation. It's equipped with powerful Li-ion battery, which is not only sufficient for satisfying daily needs, but also can be used as a power bank to charge external devices, and it has multiple powered methods. Solar panel, hand crank, and USB. Furthermore, it is equipped with bright flashlight, reading lamp, and SOS siren. Various survival methods prevent you from peril. Anyway, yeah. And I'll just look at the instructions a little bit more and anything, see if anything else stands. If you need, yeah, that's why I wanted to know. I wanted to know if this is pre-charged, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it, see what it says. 3 power modes, USB charging. Yeah, so I can plug this into a wall too and charge the battery. USB charging. So it says connect the supplied USB cable to the input port on the right side. 4 blue power indicator lights will light up in sequence. Yeah, so when I turned it on, those, it's at 3. It's only 3 blue powered lights, so there should be a 4th one on the end. So it's probably not all the way charged. Probably been sitting on the shelf for a while. But still, it's fairly charged. And here's the battery right there. It says what type of battery. That's a 10,000 milliamp. 3 volt. 3.7, yeah. 3.7. 10,000 milliamp hours. Which basically means that this battery will last, I think it's, yeah, I'm just going to say something out of the air just for the fuck of it, just to match something that lasts an hour straight, 2 hours, 3 hours straight, something like that. I think it would be the average, go out in 20-minute type battery. So I'd have to go on the internet and read it again. But it's the longest lasting battery out of all of them that I saw. It holds enough juice, like I said, to charge a full cell phone from empty all the way full, and I think plus extra. So anyway. So going on, it says I'm just going to skim through it and see if it says if there needs to be any charging done to it as it stands right now. I'm going to read the hand crank stuff. It says the radio can also be charged by turning the handle at the bottom of the device and activating the dynamo. The handle can be turned either clockwise or counterclockwise. That was nice to know. Good thing I read up on the instructions. I would have just been turning it clockwise all the time. But some people are left-handed, so that has a lot of sense to it. So that's a wonderful feature. Okay, spin the handle for 3 minutes at the speed of 120 RPMs. Well, whatever the fuck that is. It doesn't explain what 120 RPMs is a minute. 120 revolutions. So I'd have to go on YouTube and figure out how fast 120 minutes RPM is. Or 120 RPM. Because that Subaru out there, it idles at 600 RPM. Revolutions per minute. Go spinning around and around. So 120 is just going to be 1/5 of that power. So anyway, it says spin the handle for 3 minutes at a speed 120 RPM for the charging. It can be used for beam illumination for 4 minutes or radio for 15. Wow. Now that's not very long. The flashlight will last 4 minutes and the radio 15 minutes? Wow. That's some weird shit. That doesn't seem very long to me. Anyway, the hand crank charging function is recommended to be used in emergency situations. Generally, it is recommended to charge the lithium battery via the USB cable. But of course, if there ain't going to be no power, it's going to have to be the hand crank. And that's all there is. Okay, solar power. Now it has a solar power. So when the sun's out, I won't have to crank it. It's solar power, so that's cool. Okay, expose the solar power straight to the sunlight and let it charge as efficiently as possible. The red power indicator lights up when the radio received enough sunlight to start charging up. It is mostly used for maintaining the battery to prolong the battery life. Okay, power indicator. This unit has 4 power indicator lights to show the power capacity. When fully charged, the 4 blue power indicators go on and the red charge indicator changes from blinking to a steady on. All right, so this red one that I see here that's always on, even when the radio's off, it's solid. So that's telling me that battery is charged, got a nice charge on it. But if it's blinking, then it's going to let me know it's going to be low and it's going to need to be charged. But if the radio's not on, I'm going to know, or if the lights don't light up, that's going to tell me automatically the battery needs to be charged anyway. So, so really don't need a red light, but it's just kind of nice. I'm thinking, all right, well, it'll be a nice function to let me know if it's getting down there. It'll start flashing. That way I'll know. So in a way, yeah, that's kind of cool. But if it says right here that the radio only lasts 15 minutes, then I'll just program the brain and think, okay, 15 minutes, and I'm expected to go out. If it says the light only lasts 4 minutes, then I'm expecting it to lose charge after 4 minutes. But how in the hell is it going to charge a whole cell phone? I guess them cell phones don't use a whole lot of fucking energy. That's probably why. Because a cell phone from full dead to full charge, God, man, what's that got to be? At least 5 hours, something like that? That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, so the 4 blue power indicator lights. It says when fully charged, the 4 blue power indicators go on, and the red charge indicator changes from blinking to steady on. Okay, that's what I just read, and then it goes on. It says this: 1 to 25%. Number 1, steady light on. 26% to 50%. 2 steady lights on. Or it just says 2 steady light on. It doesn't say steady lights. It just says 2 steady light. So it's really not very clear here what it's talking on. Okay, 51 to 75%, 3 steady. But what I get a hint that what it's saying is those blue lights. So when I turn this thing on,
Redmond, clear.
blue lights,
Temperature 89.
the blue lights come on, and it just says, there's no plural in it. It's just one mention of one light. It says one steady. It says the number here. I'll just show it on the screen. It says 1 steady light on, and that's 1 to 25%. Okay. Now if it has 2 steady lights on, okay. Now this is the proper way to interpret this. That's very sensible to me. Okay. 2 steady lights on. It's going to be 26 to 50% charged. 3 steady lights, blue lights on. 3 steady blue lights on. So the steady would refer to the red light, and then the blue lights, 3 of the blue lights on. As long as it's a steady red light, it's not blinking. But anyway, 50 to 75%, 76 to 100% are 4 steady lights. Okay. Frequency, AM range, dimensions, weight. It's 1 pound. Like I said, this is very heavy for a radio. Small radio like this. This is fucking heavy as fuck. It's that battery, more than likely, the battery that's in it. It's a big battery. So anyway, solar power, 5 volts, 0.03 watts. Hand crank, 5 volts at 1.5 watts. USB input, DC 5 volt, 2.1 A max. USB output is 5 volts, 2.4 amps max. LED flashlight. Far beam is 600 LUXs. The dipped beam is 150 ULXs. And then the maximum beam, mixed beam, is 650 LUXs. So I'd have to look that up on the internet. What the hell an LUX is? Lux? To me, it just means power. It's just the power. Bright, brighter, brightest. So, anyway. After fully charged, the device supports radio for 90 hours. So that must be it. So now I'm getting something. So it says radio for 90 hours. That's an hour and a half radio, which totally contradicts this statement right here. It says it can be used for beam illumination for 4 minutes or radio for 15 minutes. So something's not really making sense here. I have to read it over and over. And this is with the crank spin. So spin the handle for 3 minutes at the speed. 3 minutes shall give 15 minutes radio and 4 minutes light. So there it is. So if I crank this for 3 minutes at 120 RPMs, which is probably something like this, because that's all this can handle. I can't go no farther without this thing feeling like it's going to break. Because it's so awkward and warped and at different fucking angles. Like I said, the one who thought this one through, wasn't, obviously to me hasn't had experience in the backyard with one of these radios for a couple years to know what it's like to have to hand crank all the fucking time. how flimsy this fucking thing is. So, but that's the way some people are. They know how to at least get something going, but they ain't got total, full impact experience with what really counts. They've never been in a real emergency situation. That's what it really gets down to. That's what that just told me. They know how to get an emergency radio together and manufacture it and sell it to someone, but they've never actually been in an emergency situation to really know what it's like to be sitting with one of these weak hand cranks that they got on this thing. They got no clue. Otherwise, it would have been sturdy as fuck strong. They would have learned something from their experience. But anyway, it's still a wonderful radio. I mean, it's top rated as far as I'm concerned. Just weak on the hand crank. So anyway, where was I at? Okay, 90 minutes of radio time on a full battery charge. Radio and LED lighting, 30 minutes. That's wonderful. Radio and reading lamp, 9 hours. Holy shit. I could be up reading all fucking night. Reading books or whatever the fuck. Watching YouTube videos or whatever the fuck. What did it say? The reading lamp, yeah. And the radio. I could be listening to music. The radio and 9 hours. That's a long fucking time. Woo! 9 hours. Holy shit. So 3 hours, like I said, is only for 15 minutes worth of cranking. If I cranked it for 4 minutes. If I cranked it for 4 minutes. So that tells me, in order to get an hour and a half radio time, so I have to divide an hour and a half, 15 minutes. So that's 4 15-minute intervals in an hour. A half hour is that. So that's 16 15-minute intervals. So 6 times 4 minutes is 24 minutes. So I'll just round it off. I'd have to crank this thing a half an hour to get it full charge. So that's wonderful to know, so that I can anticipate, get ready for how much wrist wear I'm going to be putting into this fucker. If the sun's not shining and I have to charge this thing. So anyway, and then it says this: due to the difference in the use environment, it is normal that the actual usage time of the radio may be a little different from the testing report data. In other words, don't trust what they told you. It's probably only an hour radio instead of 90 minutes. It's probably only 20 minutes with the radio and the light on, and it's probably only 9 hours. It's probably half that. It's probably only 5 hours. So this is their way of getting around, advertising great numbers to the public so they'll buy it, when the all actuality in the note it says, don't expect to believe us what we actually told you. We just lied to your ass so you'd buy it thinking it was the best. That's what that really tells me. This is their legal way out of things. That's what notices are on the legal side. They're way out of lying. That's some funny shit. Anyway, that's what they do to cover their ass. That way they can lie to fuck all they want, And it's kind of nice in a way because, the universe allows them, as far as I'm concerned, the universe is here and anyone can get away with whatever they want. They can tell all the stories they want as far as I'm concerned. But, I just watch and see what really happens. And then I realize, okay, well, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's just a child telling the story. I can tell lies too. I can get in the childish mood and tell lies too. I'm allowed. I don't have to go by some Jesus book that says never lie. I can tell lies too. I can tell all kinds of stories. Assumptions and all kinds of shit. Doesn't mean that I'm not a Christian or that I believe in the devil. I can go there if I want. I can go there all I want. But, it all depends. For the most part, I pretty much stick to a lot of truth. And it's just the way I am. But I've never really delved into the lying mode. Although when I was growing up as a kid, I lied a few times. But, I really wasn't lying because I didn't really do it. Now that I know, looking back at it, I was robot controlled doing all that shit. So I was really telling the truth and I didn't know it. I was convinced that I was a liar, though. I was told I was a liar, in the public school system or whatever with the system. I ain't lying. I wasn't lying, though. Now that I know what's going on, I was not lying. I was telling the truth. I didn't do it. I never done shit. I was robot mind control. All the shit that I did, someone else was doing it through me. Electronic demon possession. That's what I know what's going on. MK Ultra mind control, the whole 9 yards. Brainwashing. All kinds of shit. Because up in the upper elites and the courts and the system, the way the attorneys, the military and all that shit, the Vatican, extraterrestrials, they lie their fucking asses off. Just fucking out the fucking... It's normal. It's considered normal in society to lie. Most politicians are fat ass fucking liars. And they start off as mayors, police chiefs, high level, different positions, CEOs. They learn how to lie fucking out their ass. So, it's expected in society to last. That's how it functions. It's a big ass fucking lie show. But, and I choose really not to participate in that for the most part. I could if I wanted to. It's just that, But anyway, so that's it. That's pretty much it for the radio. Now I know. I didn't really read the other side all the way, but I'll just skim through it. But anyway, that's just a 40-minute video, I'm just going to... That's a lot of time on the video. Anyway, there's the pool. See the pool? It's full. It's oblong shape. It's more like an oval instead of a circle because of the leaning position in the yard. But anyway, that's it. So probably tomorrow I'll fire the fucking water pump up, trash pump, connect it to that fucking green non-collapsible hose. I'll shoot it up in the air and water all the lawn and completely drain the pool. See how fast I can drain it. Like I said, it's 158 per minute gallon. 158 gallons a minute is that fire pump. That's not a fire pump, it's a trash pump. It's a water pump. So it'll drain that pool in 6.4 minutes on full blast. So, if I want to, I'll just go back and forth between slow mode, shutting it off, see what kind of pressure the hose will hold, and walk around the yard with it, drag it around. I'll put both 75 footers together. I'll drag it up on the roof, see what it's like, get up there with the full holes, what it's all going to be like to carry that heavy hose up there and set it just right without cutting the fuck out of it. Bring it out here in the front yard, see how far I'm going to be able to reach with all these bushes start catching on fire in the apartments and all that shit. I'm going to be all fucking trained and prepared. Look, there's the cats. Look out! Look out! They're out there laying in the street. They like it down there. Anyway, so pull the fucking finger. Later.